Good morning, beautiful goddesses, and welcome to lucky number 13. What are we doing here?
Yeah, I
One,
don't know if it reads like
one.
this or if it reads like
Yeah,
this.
well, I'm it is lucky number 13. And the big reveal today, what we are revealing today are the secrets of the wealthy. What are one of the unknown secrets of the wealthy? I am so looking forward to diving in and unearthing and discovering this with you and for you. But before we get started, Miss Connie, tell us about lucky number 13, will you?
Yes, so 13, many people mistakenly think that 13 is an unlucky number.
Mm.
Even in buildings, they will not have a 13th floor. So the elevator like goes from, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, and so like, isn't that silly?
So silly.
And 13 is very powerful. There are 13 lunar cycles in the year, right? There are, like, if you think about 13, that is also Christ and the 12 disciples.
Yeah, come
And
on.
they, studies have shown that for women to have like healthy social networks, they recommend you having 12 other women in your tribe to support and lean on each other, which is 12 plus you, right? So 13. There's more things that I'm not thinking of off the top of my head, but I remember hearing about 13 and how it is actually a powerful lucky number. And so we want to like dispel any negativity around 13 because 13 is awesome.
Well, and consider no accident, this is the 13th episode. And while often so many have been afraid of 13, what I'm hearing you say is it is lucky, it is wisdom, right? It is
Yes.
providing
Yes.
wisdom.
Absolutely.
No accidents, we're unearthing one of the could be for you scariest things, you know. But what we want to really shed a light on is if you knew the secrets to what the wealthy were doing, like, is that something you'd want to know, right? Would you want access to that? Would you want the key to that vault? I know I do, and we have that for you today. So,
Well, and I want to start off with a praise report for my soul sister, bestie Shannon. So for those of you that are not in our Facebook group, which if you're not, like, for what purpose are you not in the group? It's freaking awesome. So get into that, Soul Sister Adventures on Facebook. You might have missed that Shannon, 2 months in a row, broke through these major, like very high accomplishment ranks in her company. And what I also want to underscore is not only did she do that, and it has been in the midst of I would assert, some of the hardest last 15 months that you have personally endured, with family health crises going on and lots of stuff going on. And most people, it would have taken them out, like totally out of the game, but not my bestie Shannon Schindler Redman, 6A2-2. If you want to know more about that, you need to reach out to her. And she'll tell you how you too can be part of that game and program. So I just want to acknowledge you for, like, in the face of no agreement, like there's no agreement in her life to support this. I'm just telling you because I'm up close and personal and see it. Her commitment and stand that people are fueled and seen and known and blessed by her living water. And again, in the middle of no agreement in the world, in circumstances that could have stopped her and shut her down, she was like, no and hell no, and this is how it's going to go instead. And so I just want to publicly um, recognize and honor all who you are for me and your customers in the world. So thank you, and way to go.
Thank you. And as the world knows, none of this would be possible without my soul sister, Connie. And together we rise as she hit a massive,
Yeah. Since our last podcast, we both
since our
hit.
last podcast, you have
Yeah.
also hit a huge promotion in your organization, accomplishing all of your bonuses. And it is no accident. Like,
Yeah, because I've had some bumps in the road too with family
frequencies.
situations, and yeah, and because we have access to our mindset being in check and the support we have with and for each other and our tribe. Yeah.
You know what I love most was yesterday's phone call. Well, actually, I love the day before I hit my accomplishment and then yesterday's phone call, right? Because it really moves me when you call and say, remind me who I am. Because it
Yeah.
is a pleasure and honor to remind you who you are, Connie Houlihan.
Yeah, because I forgot there were
And so often, don't we all forget who we are?
whose we are.
And whose we are. And it was so funny to just be like, in that, you know, 11th hour, God shows up and shows off. And guess
That's
what
right.
he did for you too?
I know. Like, remember last week when you were saying like God's got to pull this off? And I'm like, can you remind me about that too? Because I'm actually in the same position.
You are in the same position.
Yeah.
And together we got to hold the frequency, we got to pray, we got to elevate, who we are and, remind us of the vision and all the seeds that have been planted. And it was like, okay, what do you need? What are we doing? Who can I connect you with? And,
Yeah.
God's always working it all out. So
Amen.
congratulations, Connie, on your accomplishment, your elevation, your promotion, and, really being at the face of altering the financial frequency of humanity. I'm really excited about the new program that you are so lit up about, which is really one of the bases of the conversations today. Yes?
Yeah. Yes. And so I tell people, so now I'm going to get my little fun glasses out because
She's got notes, folks.
I
Look
read
out.
better with my now. So here's like my teacher hat's coming on, right? And so we're both very committed to things that are holistically designed,
Yes.
because we know that just pieces in isolation is just that, it's just a piece of the pie.
Right.
And so my business is Own Your Life, right? And so part of that is owning your financial life and frequencies, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, all of it, right? And for a time being, I stepped away from this holistic financial services company after Nicholas went to heaven for a variety of reasons. And God really just woke me up again and said, like, really, this is where you're meant to be. And I never forgot about it. I was still active as a member because it is the smartest thing I have seen. And one of the things that so they just expanded the program and all the things, right? So it really, at the basis of it, it is about becoming financially free. And there's actually principles around financial freedom. And to become financially free, 5 things must go up and 5 things must go down.
Well, hang on. Before we get there, I want our listeners to really begin to paint a picture of what does financial freedom look like for you. Like, just take a second and allow those visions and those feelings to rise up in your body. And allow your heart to open up with those visions and those feelings. And I remember, for me, again, 18 years corporate tax and accounting, working in a cube, gray walls all around me, fluorescent lights overhead, and all, like, what financial freedom looked like for me was really simple. Being able to watch my kid get off of the bus, like open arms, embrace her as she got off the bus, and to be at her functions, like all of them. And that was it. That literally was financial freedom to me. Like knowing and feeling that I had an option, a choice to do that, be that type of mom. Like it really, at the core of it, it was like a nanosecond, but in the embodiment of it, it was me as a mom. Make sense?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So you got those feelings, you got that vision. So it could be that simple. It does not need to be XYZ, and it can be. So as you listen to these principles from Connie, again, allow those feelings, allow that vision to expand for yourself and you, because whatever is being given to you is being given just to you for a particular reason in this season of your life.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Connie.
So I'm going to talk about the 5 things that must go up and the 5 things that must go down. And then we're going to like deep dive, because April is, what are we looking at in a few days? It's the tax deadline, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's a little preview hint. So the 5 things, I'm going to start with what must go up. So I know what must go up is obviously cash flow. You need to have cash flowing into your household, right? So to be financially free, cash flow must go up. Also, your credit score must go up. I did not know prior to working with this holistic financial services company did you know your credit score actually impacts your car insurance rates? It could impact your next potential job. It could definitely impact if you're in an industry where government clearance is a thing. It could impact, it's way more than just what kind of, APR you're getting on your mortgage or your car loan or your credit cards. Because for sure, I think most people know that. And it's so much bigger than that. So cash flow must go up, credit score must go up, and we need to be having investments, right? Our assets, obviously, to be financially free, to have streams of income. So my mentor, I was blessed to be mentored by Robert G. Allen, who wrote 1 Minute Millionaire. Great book if you haven't gotten it. He was my mentor in 2016 and 2017. And I even got to speak with him on stage. He's amazing. And he did not call them multiple streams of income. So one of the things I learned from him is, who wants streams of income when you have raging rivers of revenue? Yeah.
Yes, please. Yes, and more, please.
Yeah. So part of that again
Raging rivers.
Raging rivers of revenue.
Nice.
What also one of the secrets of the wealthy is that it's not that they know more than us. It's that they have a team of experts surrounding them, doing it for them. Yeah. You don't have to be the smartest person in the room. Actually, you don't want to be the smartest person in the room, because that means you're surrounding yourself with people with higher vibrations and bigger goals, right? And so you need a team of experts to help you, because you might be sitting here thinking like, I don't even know where to begin. Well, get a team of experts that'll help. And the last one is, we talk about this a lot, is our frequency must go up. Money is a frequency. It is a tool and it is a frequency. Abundance is a particular frequency. And by the way, it's not a low one. It is a high frequency. So you might be working really, really hard at getting the cash flow going. And if your frequency is not there, then guess what? You're not going to get to be financially free. So those are the 5 things that must go up. The 5 things that must go down.
Wait, can you say those 5 quickly again?
Yeah. Cash flow, credit score, investment income or assets, team of experts, and your frequency must go up. So this is maybe a writer downer for some people. And there's 5 things that must go down. So the monthly bills that you have, did you know that there's programs out there that can keep you in the same fill in the blank cell phone plan, internet plan, whatever, and you may be paying too much. So your monthly bills, there's a way to lower your monthly bills. That must come down. Your overall debt, like people who are financially free are not in debt. And there's a way to lower your debt without paying any more income. But most people don't know that. Like these are strategies of the wealthy, right? Also, your what I call it is your confusion or fear, or really it's the lack of vision must go away, must decrease and go away. Because we know without a vision, the people perish. So a little bit ago, you had said, think about what that means to you. And so many people do not have a solid financial plan of what is my debt-free date? What is my millionaire date? Like, would that be something that you would like to know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The fourth thing is must go down is the negativity around all of that. And again, because it is a frequency. So when you have fear and negativity frequency, that will actually repel abundance. The last thing is taxes. So we talked about tax day coming up. So your taxes must come down. Most people do not realize that their number one expense, listen up, your number one expense is taxes. They tax us on when you die, there's a tax. There's taxes on everything. And really, one of the secrets, again, of the wealthy is that people think there's one taxation system in our country. There is not. Now, Shannon, you spent time in corporate tax and accounting.
18 years.
So neither of us are experts, right? And you don't have to be.
Yeah.
If you have the right support around you, the team of experts, right? So I am not a CPA, to be very clear. I am not a CPA. And I have been in business.
Consult your tax professionals.
Yes, so consult your tax professionals for sure. And I have been in business with the father since I was 13 years old. And I was raised in a household. My parents had, they had franchises, they had a private business, they had real estate investments. So I was raised in a culture of entrepreneurship. And so I learned from because this is so true. This is what I want to point to. Financial education is not happening in our schools. What the government is telling us is oh, you want a tax refund. You don't want a tax refund. That is the worst thing that you could possibly have, because that means you are giving an interest-free loan to the government. Now, would you rather have your money in your pocket working for you how you believe it should be, or do you want to trust it to the government? Now, if you're handing out interest-free loans, let me know. I would like to have one. So when you get a refund, that means is, again, funds are money. You're getting back your own money again. However, this time they're not paying interest on it, right? So again, I am not a tax professional, and this is something that I really want you to consider. So there's this taxation system for W-2 employees that get no other outside deductions. And there's a whole other system for small and large business owners, because we have over 470 deductions that we could take to get our taxable income, more money in our pocket, increase the cash flow, reduce the taxes. So, my tax advisor has shared with me how to really be able to legitimately, now we're talking tax avoidance. We are not talking tax evasion. Two totally separate things, right? So some of the things that you could be deducting right now are space in your home. So first of all, if you are an employee, I personally believe, I don't know of many people as an employee that achieve financial freedom, unless you've invested a ton of money in becoming a surgeon, a defense attorney. there are some careers that come with a high investment of, education and training and schooling and all the things. I believe, personally, I believe every single person on the planet, if they're interested in financial freedom, should have a side something going on.
Yes.
And
when you have a side something going on, I'm just going to interrupt.
Yeah, please
forward this. When
please.
you have a side something going on, what happens is you have the ability to file what's called a Schedule C. So when you do the side something, you are going to complete a W-9. A W-9 makes you an independent agent, referral partner, distributor, fill in the blank. And that can be in the world of direct sales, which is what I'm in, or, Connie, what do you call your category?
Network marketing.
Network marketing. So direct sales or network marketing, you would complete.
You could be a real estate investor.
Yeah, same thing.
You could, there's so many different ways to make money on the side that
Yes.
opens up these tax deductions to you.
Correct. So at that point, you are like filing a Schedule C, which ultimately means you are having yourself a small business. And at that point, Connie's going to get into all of the items that become deductible. Again, like your life can become a deduction. Structured appropriately.
With your tax advisor.
Correct.
So I'll just talk about my own personal situation. So you've heard Shannon and I, we work out at BioFit twice a week. And that payment, because it is my company, Own Your Life, pays me a benefit of health expenses as a bonus. So that is a tax deduction for us. My internet, because I cannot do business without the internet, that is a tax deduction. My cell phone bill is a tax deduction. I know other people who I don't have cable TV. There's people that do, and they have to watch television to see you might be watching the news to see what's going on in the economy. You might be watching the commercials to see what's going on in your industry that's competing with you. There's so many, there's educational programs and documentaries to keep you educated. So, and then also education, right?
Yeah. Personal growth and development courses, classes you are paying for to craft your skill, your mindset, your training, audiobooks. How about travel, right? So
that's what I was,
that's my favorite.
Yeah.
Guess what we never leave home without? Our water technology, right? Who am I sharing it with? Potential prospects. Yes. Who are we having conversations with at dinner about the business? Anytime we're talking about your business, whether it be at dinner or in travel, on an airplane, guess what? Deductible.
Exactly. You just have to keep the right kind of records, which is simple to do when you have the right support with the experts around you. Right?
Yeah.
So like you mentioned dinner. So I never have a dinner out without discussing my business with somebody, whether 100%. It's the person I'm having dinner with or the waitress.
Yeah.
Or, right. You were talking about books. I have a list, and again, it's not complete. This is just some ideas that you might, my home office, like this office is, I think it's 11% of my home. So 11% of my utilities gets written off. 11% of my lawn mowing, landscape bill is written off. 11, and I could also pay rent to myself for the space, because this is an exclusively used space just for my business. So it just opens the door to so many different things. The computer, that is obviously, this is a business tool. My car, I earned actually a car. I earned a BMW in this financial services company. And when I have repairs, which is going on now, those are tax deductions. When I wash the car, it is a tax deduction.
Or you could take the mileage.
they're right. And there's apps for that to help you look at your, and mileage is a big one. Um, obvious things like, a business license or marketing materials, right? And
Websites,
so
domain
Shannon,
names.
so can you stand up to show people your shirt?
My clothes are deductible.
Change your water, change your life, right?
Yes.
So that's just like the tip of the iceberg. Um, we just wanted to we are committed that you live the fullest, most abundant life possible. And there's some like I said, the secrets of the wealthy, and there's actual principles that go along with it. So the five, I'll repeat the five that must come down would be your monthly bills, your overall debt, your lack of a plan or a vision, right? And your negativity, that frequency must go away. And of course, like we were just spending some time on, is taxes, because if you're not planning on filing your taxes, make sure you file an extension. And again, we are not tax professionals. I do not make a living as a tax professional, just simply sharing what has worked for us. And if you're interested in more, reach out to me, because I am working with the fastest growing holistic financial services company. And we are blessing so many people, and that's what we're here for. That's Shannon's commitment, is to be a blessing to the planet, and that's mine as well. And it's one of the ways that we do that. So some food for thought today. Which taxation system are you locked into, and would you like to have access to over 470 deductions?